As the head of Freedom Watch and someone who follows what goes on in the world and in our country, I obviously felt duty bound to watch the debate last night between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. And while Donald Trump probably could have done better, he should have emphasized the economy more. He should have talked more about the price of food, the price of gasoline, the price of houses, everything like that. And even if he took the bait from time to time, it really will not change the result in the ultimate election, in my opinion, for one basic reason. It wasn't just that Kamala Harris was choreographed. She obviously was very well prepared. She even had all her facial expressions down to pat, very condescending, laughing at Trump in many ways. And I think that really this debate's going to help Donald Trump with black and white men in particular. I think they saw in Kamala Harris, and I don't mean this in a sexist or misogynistic way, what many men go through with their girlfriends and wives. This kind of attitude, which is, frankly, I don't want to use the word that begins with a B and ends with an H. That's the way she acted last night. And very disrespectful. She thought she could get away with everything, probably because she's a black woman, frankly. And even made light of that. The hosts asking, why Trump made reference to her alleged race. It was only because she's not honest about it, not because she's black, not because she's half white or whatever she may be. No one frankly cares for that matter. But she's like Zelig in the movie of Freudian slip of Woody Allen. She's anything she has to be. She's a phony, top to bottom. And in fact, the first question which was asked is, are we better off today than we were 4 years ago? She never answered the question. And of course, the moderators, or the hosts, as you want to call them, of ABC, were vicious towards Trump. Now, this doesn't really matter. The debate really makes no difference. People are going to go back to their daily lives. They're going to see how terrible those lives are in terms of the expense of living, in terms of the threat of terrorism. Today is 9/11. We are going to have probably a terrorist attack, probably before the election. I pray not, but I bet there will be. And we're going to have other things happen. And this will not determine the election. So I don't want people to be fooled by the clowns on ABC, CNN, MSNBC, or for that matter, even Fox, that are doing their best to shore up Trump. It's not going to make a difference at all because people, the reality will set in as to what this world is all about. Now, however, I have to say this, not our supporters, not individuals who actually believe in the vision and creation of our founding fathers, not conservatives, not libertarians, not people of faith, but those others out there are very poorly educated. They'll take the bait. They'll look at what happened tonight and they'll listen, or rather last night, and they'll listen to the commentary and they'll believe that somehow Donald Trump lost and in fact has no ideas and has no ability to fix what's wrong with the country. This is my analysis as of today. Frankly, it's inconsequential because the debate is inconsequential. This country is in dire straits. We're in the deep, you know what. We have not just rampant crime in major cities. We have a Justice Department that's turned into Gestapo, a weaponization of our legal system, not just with regard to Donald Trump, but conservatives, people of faith, and those who believe in the vision and creation of our founding fathers. We have terrorists, drug traffickers, human traffickers running across our border. We have a demoralized military. We have a world that's on the verge of World War III. I think we're already in it in many ways. A nuclear holocaust, that's on the horizon. We've got rampant anti-Semitism and hatred towards Israel. And that does not in any way detract from how you may feel about the Palestinian people. But the fact is that Jews are under attack. I've been getting death threats lately. Simply because I'm of Jewish origin, even though I'm a Christian. So this is what's going on right now. And the world is coming apart at the seams. The United States is coming apart at the seams. And we're the ones that prop up the rest of the world because the rest of the world live off of us. Excuse the French, they suck off the hind tit. That's an expression because they depend on the United States for money. They depend on the United States for protection militarily. They depend on us for our moral clarity. And what do we have? We've got an individual like Kamala Harris who's running for president, who has no views, who's whatever she needs to be. She's like Zelig in the Woody Allen movie. She's whatever shape or form. She's a chameleon. And frankly, she's a disgrace. And the way she treated Trump last night, men are going to relate to that because many of them have gone through the same thing in their lives with the way women have treated them. That's not to say that men don't treat women poorly as well, but the contrast last night, I think, is going to have a big effect on Black and white male voters that probably got Trump more support as a result. Anyway, that's my words. You may not agree with me. I believe in women's rights. I have represented women before in sexual harassment cases and this kind of thing. Gloria Allred is my friend. But I'll tell you, we're not ideologically the same. But the fact is that I think Trump will probably, in the end, gain from this debate rather than lose. And he should accept the second debate. He can do better the second time for sure. And it should be a slam dunk given the hypocrisy, lying, and cheating of the Democrats, the evil Democrats, and Kamala Harris. Again, I don't tell you who to vote for. You can figure out who I vote for. But I don't tell you who to vote for. But I'll tell you this. If Kamala Harris becomes president of the United States, you can write this country off. It's gone. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. I'll be back. I hope that you'll pay attention to what's going on. I hope that when you do vote, you'll make a decision based on the facts, based upon what you perceive to be the future of the country, not on the basis of, frankly, the bullshit that's put forward by politicians, self-serving, because they're money hungry. God bless you. I'll be back tomorrow.